a busy minister of recent times, especially here in Victoria. Minister, thanks for joining us. Welcome to the best night of greyhound racing. But first of all, you're at Cranbourne today. We watched the action on racing.com. It had it all really there today.
Look, there was a lot of hot racing,
yes.
But we had a couple of fires just to keep things interesting. But really wrapped for them. It was just fantastic for the locals as well as the Meteorite. Just a great race as well, and the Cranbourne Cup. They're really pulling it together at Southside Racing. They deserve a lot of support and a lot of thumbs up for the work that they're doing. They're really leading from the front.
You've got a couple of pretty important portfolios in the state of Victoria, including racing. And racing's had its challenges of recent times. We saw the annual reports from the three codes in this state, and they've all lost money. How would you suggest how greyhound racing's going in this state, first of all?
Well, you always had to cut your cloth, I think, to suit the times.
Yeah.
And GRV are doing a fantastic job with Peter Duncan and Stewie Lang and the team. They're leading a great organisation, and I think we've just made sure again tonight that some of the concepts that we have, Melbourne Cup, Phoenix and the like, working really well. Great support from both our participants and race goers, and I think we're going to see the best of that, not only through the heats tonight, but again next week. And slowly but surely, we're getting more people back.
Yep.
The wagering's settling, and I think that things can only get better as the economy improves.
And greyhound racing, especially the last decade, it's been a dramatic rise. You got a lot more people punting on the sport now. The prize money's unbelievable. You got participants turning up here tonight racing for some great prize money, and then $1 million Melbourne Cup next week.
What we've seen is the increase in prize money and returns to participants, and that's through a lot of hard work and dedication from them. But I think also provided opportunities in some of our marketing to get those who are race goers to get involved and actually buy a dog, get involved and be part of the action rather than just maybe punting, but also get right in there and have a bit of a say in something and own a dog as well.
It's such an exciting sport to get involved with. I've got a couple of dogs. Unfortunately, they're not quite good enough to be...
Not in the heat tonight?
No, not quite good enough, Minister, to be in here, be here at Sandown tonight to be racing for a Melbourne Cup berth. But that's the dream. We've got to keep the dream alive. But I want to have a chat about the welfare situation with this sport as well. I know your government works closely with GRV, and GRV pour in a lot of money to make sure that these dogs, who are loved and cared by their owners and their trainers so much, get the best of care.
We've seen our commitment of $1.6 million for our track and trace program, which we'll have up and running for make sure we can track our registered dogs, look out for them, and we'll have that program up and running by early 26.
Yeah. That's
$1.6 million in track and trace program. So we want that accountability, and that's critical for growing the support in our sport and supporting and protecting our participants who love their dogs and do great work.
Yeah.
But we want to look after them not just in their racing time, but afterwards. And we've seen 2,500 dogs have been homed post their racing career this year alone. 1,000 of those through the GAP program.
And the GAP program's been a huge success. I live in the CBD or in South Melbourne, and every second dog I see walking the streets of Melbourne town is a greyhound.
I sat down there having a coffee locally the other day. Greyhound's licking me on my hand there, and someone said, you got dogs? And I said, no, but I spent a bit of time at the track.
Yep.
And everyone's got a story of why they've chosen to get involved and buy a rehomed greyhound, and they've been out to the GAP and they've done really well. And I just think everywhere you see it, it actually is a support for the sport when people are out there just down the milk bar and there's a greyhound and people love their dogs.
And for the viewers at home, and especially they're involved in greyhound racing or harness racing and thoroughbred racing, I guess they've all got their little challenges today, like most codes right across the country. But what would your message be to them?
Look, I think we're very thankful and grateful for those who commit their working lives to their passion into sport, whether it's across the codes, but people are very committed. And we know that they need the backing of both the government, but they need the backing of the GRV or HRV, or Racing Victoria. They need to know that we've got your back. We're supporting our welfare programs. We're promoting our sport. We've got great innovations and racing opportunities. We want them to be supported to do the very best they can, because we can't put the show on without them. And their passion and drive. I was on the way in tonight, bumped into Jackie Greeno, and I wished her luck for the Cup as well in next week. She said, I got to get there first, Anthony. And so probably big energy for mine in the last two.
Big energy. We're getting on, Mr. Carbines. Hopefully it goes as quick as my paper's just blown off my desk tonight. He broke 28 or 29 seconds there last week. So
very impressive.
Yeah, well, we wish you the best of luck tonight on the punt. We'll catch up with you. Are you coming next week?
I've I've actually scored a week off.
Oh, have you?
Eden Foster's going to look after the shop for me next week. But hopefully maybe the Phoenix a bit later on into December.
Well, Minister, thanks for coming down and having a chat to us, mate, and we wish you the best of luck tonight and keep on doing a great job.
Thank you, Gareth. Thanks a lot and good luck with the racing tonight.
Yeah, there's the Racing Minister for Victoria, Anthony Carbines.